This is Global Missing Persons Alert, Interpol Yellow Notice number 21-22733. I am Reverend Lisa Renee Salem, also known as Mary Salem, born as Lisa Renee Payton on 9/22/1970 in Rhineland Flats, West Germany. My father is Roger Dell Payton, born September 4th, 1948, and my mother is Karen Faye Osborne Payton, born July 29th, 1950, of Clinton Township, Michigan, USA. My father has 40 years with the Detroit News and Detroit Free Press for CBS mainstream media, as did my grandfather, who is now at the Vatican as part of the General Society of Jesus Christ of the Jesuit Order, with my father's brother Ellis and two of my father's cousins, who make up 4 of the 6 of the General Society of Jesus Christ of the Jesuit Order, who control the pedophile sodomite in the white dress with the silly hat sitting on the golden throne of Satan and all intelligence agencies. And we are America's human shield hostages in an international nuclear hostage standoff in Macomb County, Michigan, USA. And the reason I am alive right now to make this video is because of 300 nuclear missiles that are surrounding the United States of America, with 4 of them fixed on Washington, D.C., ready to nuke 4 states of the United States into non-existence for mine and my family's own protection. We were trafficked and outsourced as international Vatican secret spies for corporate espionage against Americans and for manufacturing Islamic terrorism that otherwise wouldn't exist if the United States federal government and CIA didn't manufacture it. And I pulled the rug out from underneath everybody and threw everybody under the bus. And I gave all of America's most hated and most feared enemies everything they need to completely destroy the United States of America and completely annihilate the lives of 338 million kidnapping, human trafficking, murdering, terrorist, enablers, and funders that the American general public is, all 338 million of them. Those who aren't actual kidnapping, human trafficking, murdering terrorists themselves are enablers and funders. And that is why they absolutely refuse to report the crimes that they do have information and knowledge of. And that's why they refuse to report contact with the missing persons. While they literally stand there and laugh and ridicule and persecute the victim in their face. Because that's what pays for America's American dream that I have destroyed. Their cheap, shiny, plastic American dream made in China, bought and paid for with other people's blood and child sex sacrifice. Because nobody becomes anything in America without a satanic occult blood ritual sacrifice and a child sex sacrifice. And the reason for that is because of secrecy. Extreme secrecy and paranoia. Because this is the Fourth Reich Nazi regime. Okay, these are the offspring of the Third Reich Nazi regime that never did fall or surrender, but were protected and were hidden by the Vatican under Prescott Bush's Operation Overcast, merged into Paperclip 1947. And that is what America is. It is the Fourth Reich Nazi regime. And it is the Nazi scientists who established NASA, the CDC, the CIA, and America's federal government as it is known today. The United States of America is not a nation, and it is not a country. And therefore, this piece of shit they call a constitution, which is really a big psyop that they've been running on these minions for the last how many ever 100 years. Okay, it's null and void because the Constitution was written for a nation, for a country, which the United States of America is not. Look it up. Okay, it's all there. But you people are busy watching makeup tutorials on TikTok to learn anything. That's about the extent of your intellects. So the United States is a corporation owned by the Bank of England, which is owned by the Vatican. And it was never meant to last. It was set up as a setup to fail. And what is an agenda that goes back hundreds of years? Elizabeth Victoria White is gone. She's been missing now after sneaking around and trying to hide from people. After she did what Victoria White does, burns all bridges. For several weeks, about 5 or 6 weeks, she was sneaking out at 6 a.m. and slipping in at like 3 a.m., trying to avoid and hide people for no other reason than her own guilt. And Victoria is